Alrighty, folks. In today's psychological lecture, we're going to be talking about how the grass is always greener on the other side. This is an analogy you guys probably have heard before, and you're like, well, what does it actually mean, right? The grass being greener on the other side is dependent on obviously what goals you have set out for yourself, right? A lot of you guys have psychological numbers in terms of dollars where you tell yourself, hey, if I can just make this amount, I'll be good. I'm fine, right? Some of the common numbers are, bro, if I can just make 10K a month. Bro, if I can just make 50K a month. Bro, if I can just make 100K a month. As someone who has achieved all of those timelines and all of those individual goals, I can tell you guys that once you achieve those individual things, nothing changes, right? I'm telling you this out of experience, right? I'm not some unprofitable guy chatting shit. No, no, no. I've achieved these things. I've hit these numbers. I have hit these criterias. And what I realized, and the best lesson I can give you guys throughout the entire journey that I've had over the last 7 years of trading as a whole, is simply the fact of learning to appreciate what you have now and not later, right? I was just like you guys, bro. I used to literally, obviously, God forbid, but I used to literally worship these things. I would say, bro, if I can just get my first ever payout. I achieved that when I was, what, 16 and a half? And then I told myself, bro, if I can just hit X goal, if I can just hit X criteria, if I can just make 10K a month. I hit 10K a month. And then I was like, well, what do I do from here? And then I was like, oh, well, my solution is definitely, okay, I mean, the next goal is for sure going to be once I make X amount of money. So 25K a month. Then I hit that. And I still was just sitting back saying, what's next? And then 50, same exact feeling. And then 100, and same exact feeling. And as I now make this amount of money, I wanted to make a video on this for you guys right now, right? A lot of you guys are and most definitely will achieve the goals that you have in your mind. But the superpower you have over everyone to continuously scale and grow is to learn to be grateful for your life circumstances as is right now. Now, I don't mean be content, right? I don't mean be okay with where you are. No. I mean be grateful for where you are, but always understand that there's more to achieve. Now, having and instilling this thought process, especially inside of day trading, has allowed me to scale at such a fast and rapid rate. And I'll tell you guys, like, I always had this thought process that there's just some amount of money that I can start making where all of my voids and my problems will just get filled. And what I came to a conclusion about is the more money that I made, the more of these feelings I actually had, right? A lot of people will say the amount you can stress will correlate to how much money you make. And the reason why people will say this saying is simply because of the fact that truly the amount you can stress is dependent and gauged on obviously how much money you will end up making, right? And more money, more problems, right? You guys have obviously heard this analogy time and time again. And it's so true, guys. Like, I've literally never been making this amount of money in my life. Obviously, I've made 10, 20, 30, 40, 50K a month before, right? Before I was on all this social media shit. But then I jumped on the social media shit and I grew so rapidly and I started making a shit ton more money, not only in my own trading, but throughout other businesses. And what I can tell you guys is just like, look, I know you want to get to that first payout. And I know you think your life is going to change after that first payout. I know you think getting to 10K a month is going to change everything for you. I know you think getting to 20, 30, 40, 50K, 100K, 200, $1 million a month is going to change everything. But to be in all honesty with you guys, it never changed. It never filled that void that I had inside of myself. And what I came to a conclusion that actually was able to fill that void is, number one, genuinely trying and testing my ability for new levels every single day, right? Like literally sitting down and saying to myself, all right, what's the another thing that I can accomplish right now? How can I accomplish it? How can I look at this new embarked journey and how do I work genuinely so hard towards it every single day of the week? Not half-assing the shit. And what I came to a conclusion about is that void that I had all along was just because of the fact that internally in my soul, I knew I could be working so much harder and I genuinely wasn't grateful for what God has already gave me. And that's where I had the mistake of, like, I'll tell you guys, like, bro, learn to be so grateful with your circumstances right now, right? As you guys know, India and Pakistan are going to war right now. Imagine you geo spawned in India a couple years ago, 5, 10 years ago. And now you're 18 years old having to go serve in a fight that you don't even want to serve in. Right? Like a lot of people will joke about like war and say like, oh my God, World War III is so funny, like whatever, like, and not take it serious. But like, I want you guys to really put yourself in those people's shoes. How much that sucks for them to have to go get bombed by another country all around the world, right? We live in America. America's like a bubble because nothing is like the rest of the world, right? You go anywhere, you go travel to another country. I've been to many countries before. You go travel to another country, you see the difference of life that these people have. And for you to be in America, have the ability to get a job that makes you decent cash, that then gives you the opportunity to genuinely change your life, you should be so grateful that you're put in these shoes and not everywhere or anywhere else in the world of just being born in. And then when you turn 18, oh, yeah, you have to go to the military. Sorry, we don't make the rules. Imagine that was your life, right? So, what I can tell you guys, I know a lot of you guys have that internal void right now. It's kind of like the best way I can explain it is like a voice in the back of your head right now. And it's like telling you, oh, you need to be doing better. You need to be doing more. You need to do this. You need to change this thing up. And you just want to tell that voice to shut the fuck up, right? Like this is a known thing every entrepreneur has, right? It's like this little voice in the back of your head that constantly is telling you, you need to do this. You need to do that. You need to do that. You're not doing enough. You're not doing enough. The way that you get that voice out of your head is genuinely trying your best every single day. And that voice will drive you crazy, drive you genuinely mad. Even in my current shoes that I'm in right now, I still struggle with the voice in my head telling me, you're not doing the best to your ability. You know you could be doing more. You know there's certain things and aspects about your life you could be doing better. And how I shut that voice up and that void internally is just by actually doing the work, right? And also being grateful with what I have. And look, I know you guys are watching this video and you're like, well, Salman, it's easy for you to be grateful because you have everything. You have all this money, you have this fast car, you have all these things. But what I want you guys to realize is I started being grateful at my lowest low, and that is where I saw the most amount of progression in my life. Because you got to think about it in God's perspective, bro, right? Why would God give you more than what you have right now if you aren't grateful for what you have right now? Right? It's like imagine you gave your homie, right, a nice car, right? Imagine you bought your homie a nice car. He doesn't wash that car. He just doesn't even look after it, and it's just sitting there. You would sit back and be like, I'm not buying my homie another car. Or imagine you gave a job opportunity to your homie, right? Imagine you're like, yo, bro, come work for me. I'll start paying you 10K a month. And then your homie just starts fucking doing fuck all on the job, doesn't work hard, doesn't do anything, and just taking that money that you're paying him, the salary. Would you fire your homie or would you keep him on? You would fire your homie, right? And obviously, this is a bad analogy for God the Almighty, but I want to put it into perspective. Why would God give you more than what you have right now if you are unavailable and unable to be grateful for what you have right now when there are so many people in 100 times worse circumstance than you? You guys genuinely might think I thought I had it the worst. I genuinely thought I was so delusional in my head that I genuinely thought I had it the worst. I was like, oh, all my parents all my friends are parent funded. All their parents pay for everything in their life. They don't even have to work a job. They get a car, a $60,000 car paid for them, and I'm sitting here working at Best Buy, and I'm in debt $16,000, and I can't crack day trading, and I'm trying so hard. I have it so bad, right? I had this mindset that I swear I convinced myself in my brain I had it so bad, and now looking back, right? I mean, if a Palestinian child, right? If a Palestinian child had the opportunity to get into my shoes in my worst, he would genuinely probably kill to be in those positions in those shoes. And I want you to reflect on your life right now and ask yourself, would a Palestinian child like genuinely kill to be in the shoes you're in right now, even though you think your life is so shit? Or an Indian child or a Pakistani child that has to go fight that war that means nothing. He just got selected and drafted, right? He's going to probably go die in a ditch, unfortunately, right? Would he kill to be in your shoes in America, having the ability to go work anywhere or be anything or create anything out of yourself? Yeah, the answer is yeah. He would genuinely go probably kill another person to be in the shoes you're in right now. So that being said, I want you guys to realize this. If you can start being grateful for what you have right now and not tie your happiness to these benchmarks of what you want to achieve, you'll learn to enjoy life while still being able to make it. And this is such an important topic I want to really cover and engrave into your brains, because I promise you, there will be a day where you get that first payout. There will be a day where you go hit that 10K month. There will be a day where you go make that 50K month. There will be a day even when you go make that 100K month and maybe even $1 million month. But I am telling you, if you tie your happiness to these benchmarks that mean nothing, you will always be let down. As someone who has achieved these numbers, I have achieved these numbers. I am telling you right now, if you only derive your happiness off of how much money you are making, then you're going to be fucked, my friend. I have so many friends who make even way more money than me who are 10 times worse in a position and are not happy with their life. And the reason why that is because they constantly tie their happiness to materialism. When the true happiness that you get out of this world and out of this life is off and derived off the basis of you genuinely trying your best every single day, paired with your relationship with God. If you are incapable to have those two things, you will stay in the same exact position of unhappiness and a void inside of you with that little voice in the back of your head saying, you're not doing good enough. You know you should be doing more. You know you could be doing X, Y, and Z, and you feel like shit anytime that voice comes on in your head. You genuinely feel like shit. And I'm telling you, just making more money is not going to solve that. But genuinely trying your best every single day, paired with your relationship with your family and God, will solve that voice and that void internally of saying, I know I could be doing so much more. So, anyways, I got to run. I got dinner. I'm going to go enjoy life, and I'm going to go enjoy my life. And I hope you, even with your shoes that you're in right now, learn to start enjoying your life, right? Go touch grass outside. Go look at the sky and appreciate how beautiful the sky is. Learn to appreciate the small things, and you'll even appreciate the bigger things 10 times more than you currently do. I'm telling you guys, the only reason why my life is so enjoyable right now is because I learned how to do this at a young age. But if you constantly tie your happiness just around the basis of money, you will be let down every time you hit that benchmark, because you're going to go hit that benchmark and then you're going to say, well, what do I do from here? I love you guys. Truly, I endlessly love you guys. I genuinely wish the best upon all of you guys. And I only tell you these things because I actually want you to do the best. And I don't want you to be in a situation where you make a shit ton of money and then you're depressed. Because I know so many people in my life that have experienced that. I love you guys so much. Learn to enjoy your life now, please. I'll see you guys in the next psychological lecture.